This is one bar.
Whoa, Forrest, what are you doing down there? What are you doing down there, man?
Oh, hey. I'm back from my...
Dude, what is this? Is this a Monica Lewinsky reference? You're back from your trip.
Yeah, my trip.
You were going down under?
I was going down under.
Yeah, you like what you see? See any big snakes? Yeah, we're definitely changing out that
No. I have self-control. I just won't lean back.
Okay, well, if you lean... Alright, George,
it's really funny.
George, in the future, in that corner right there, entire episode, counter for...
Can't hear that. Sorry, what are you saying?
Anytime... We're at 4. We're at 4. Anytime you hear that sound, put that in the number.
When we were audio testing, I was trying to hear what it sounded like, but you kept stopping the recording right before, so I have no idea what it sounds like.
I'm sure it sounds god-awful.
Really good. God awesome, you mean?
Yeah, maybe. I remember a couple weeks ago when we were filming like the first few episodes for like the summer, and like Ginger was like scratching at the door.
Oh my god!
We were like hoping really like hard that it wouldn't be heard through the camera. Oh dear God, it was.
Oh,
dear
they could hear
the mic. Like, thank God I was like, okay, just let her in and just let her like chill, because you would be like listening to the episode and then you would just hear like. But like it felt like it was like right in your ear too, and you would also hear her like whimpers, her going like. And there's an alternate universe for us where we would just
have
like,
a hostage.
We were just absolutely like fine with that just being the vibe for an entire episode.
I like the idea of the vibe for an entire episode being someone listening and not sure if we're just like psychos who are making a podcast about our bestiality while we have like scratching at the door, like maybe someone like whimpering.
So at least something is whimpering, whining.
And we just keep going, Ginger.
We keep going like, please ignore the sound from the other side. And you keep like sometimes hear her going like, help!
Yeah, the obligatory serial killer episode.
Ooh, that'd be really good. Like we have a hostage just like tied up in the chair right in the middle.
I keep telling you that, you know, like when we get these guests in, our process is really kind of funneling them into the basement as fast as we can, and then sitting them in between us and establishing what we like to call social dominance.
That's true. And you did say recently that we've been giving our guests too much. Like we've been telling them like ideas.
I don't think they need 2 meals a day.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're wasting a lot of like valuable like grass by giving them 2 meals a day. Like my backyard kind of looks like a bald person.
Have you heard about the Warden Burger?
The Warden Burger? No.
Yeah, some jails, like private jails, will only serve 1 meal to the. Well, I mean, they serve 3 meals a day, but it's only one thing.
Okay, that's generous.
And it's a turkey burger called the Warden Burger.
What's up with the burger?
It's supposedly they say that it's not supposed to be disgusting.
That's not the goal.
But it just happens that it is disgusting.
What's it made of?
I don't know. It's a turkey burger.
I feel like they're lying about what it is.
Yeah, so they serve that to all the inmates, and that's all the inmates eat. And you know, like you know, not that we are a prison per se, but like we could probably keep our cherished guests under a similar thing. Like maybe we feed them multiple times, but at least it's the same thing. So it's
did you see that article about us that came out recently about how after we have a guest on, like they're never seen by the public ever again?
Oh yeah, I saw the conspiracy theories.
We should talk to our lawyers about getting.
We should probably talk to the reporter.
Getting that, but don't worry.
I'm gonna see to it that reporter never really writes again.
Yeah, we can have him on the pod. We can have him on the pod. Get some questions and then
feed him a burger.
Yeah, get him that warden treatment.
A totally normal. Delicious turkey. I'm gonna sneeze.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm gonna really hold it back. Because I'm stronger.
Welcome back to the Obligatory Podcast.
And it's in. I am so strong on the inside, George. George,
you've got so much control, man.
I have so much control over what's going on in my nose. So much freaking control.
Yeah,
nobody's ready for that.
I wish I had that kind of control in the first season of the podcast, where I was like, I don't know what was going on with me, but I was coughing for like
the entire summer. Sick. You were sick all summer.
I was sick all summer. No, I was sick like the first like week or two of summer, and then like a cough just like.
Or maybe allergic to your dog.
I was definitely not allergic to my dog that I've had for, I think, at that point, I had for like 4 years at that point.
No.
Yes. No.
No.
3 years?
Certainly not. George, you can't keep your time straight.
That's true.
Sometimes I think you think it's the wrong year.
No, I mean, sometimes I think I'm trying to, like, relive my glory days. You know, recently, Forrest,
Uh-huh.
let me tell you what I've been getting into.
I can't wait.
I've been getting...
Probably cool things like sports cars and tits.
No, definitely not.
Maybe box.
No, none of that. None of that.
Strange.
None of that shit for me. That ill. I'm appalled you would even mention that in my presence. No, I've been getting into really awesome things like Hamilton and Undertale.
Hamilton and Undertale.
Hamilton and Undertale, the Wombo combo. I got into Hamilton a few weeks ago because, you know, when we're filming this, the Tony Awards were a couple of weeks ago, and they just had their like big 10-year anniversary musical number.
They did.
So like that happened, and obviously I'm a theater kid. I fucking love Hamilton, even though I got into it extremely late, which might be
9 years late.
A little bit late to the game, but you know, alas. So I got really into Hamilton, and then I also got into Undertale because Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 came out, and I was like, oh, you know, these are really good. And then I was like, okay, wait a minute, I didn't play Undertale.
You never?
I played like the first like part, like I played up until like Toriel, and you know, I spared her. Yeah. And I met the Skeleton Brothers. After that, I got like, this was like earlier this year, and I got way too busy, so I just didn't finish it. But obviously, like, you know, as a kid, I would watch, like, playthroughs of Undertale, and I've been watching playthroughs of Deltarune as well, which I think is a valid way to absorb the story. You know, I'm not, like...
I think that's a good way to...
I'm not, like, experiencing themselves, but I'm, like, witnessing the events. And now what I'm doing right now
You're basically watching, like...
A friend play. Quote-unquote, a friend play.
No, they're your friend.
Jacksepticeye, you are my friend.
Yeah, I'm a friend of the pod. We should have him on the pod.
Yeah, but well then he'll never be seen again.
We'll keep him here forever.
Yeah, and then he can make content from my gaming room, which we're in right now, by the way. That's why. So, remember when you were saying that you had absolute control of your nose?
Oh man! Sorry.
What a lie that was.
That one got away from me.
You couldn't hold that one back.
Couldn't hold it back. Sorry, I must be allergic to the idea that we're keeping our guests hostage.
Yeah.
I must be allergic to that idea.
No, actually, it seems like you're allergic to the idea of bringing 2016 into the present.
No, George, I love that idea. There's a lot of things I miss from 2016.
So you're telling me that you don't think the idea of me getting into both Hamilton and Undertale in the span of a month is great?
Okay, well, I loved Hamilton and continue to love Hamilton. When I saw it, I think it's one of the greatest shows I've ever seen live. Yeah. I think In the Heights is my favorite musical, and that's by Lin Manuel Miranda as well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he's nasty with the pen when he's like when he acts like that.
He's nasty with the pen, and also nasty with like freestyle. He's just good at rapping.
He's just really good at what he does.
He's really good at music. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's just an inescapable being in the year 2025, and it's like really like tarnished. Honestly, I think it's tarnished his work. Like what he's doing. By being so in the public eye, being like a Capital One guy, being like, it's okay to be the Disney guy, but like, kind of just like finding his way into every movie as like some weird side character. Like, he has this desperate need to be seen.
He really likes being
we know you
guy.
Exist.
Yeah, we all watched Hamilton.
We're all fans. I watched, my introduction to him was a College Humor sketch.
Was it called? Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say that your introduction to him was that one episode of How I Met Your Mother in season 9 when he like showed up on the bus with Marshall. Was the story time episode. Yeah, and I think he also rapped in that one too.
He does rap in it. He mostly finds rhymes for the baby to listen to.
That's true. Was that before or after Hamilton?
That was before Hamilton. He was probably writing Hamilton at that time, but he was fresh off of a lot of like Tonys.
Probably in the Heights. Yeah, no, definitely.
People also, I feel like, undercut like how famous he was before Hamilton. People are like, he blew up, and it's like, yeah, he blew up Broadway.
Yeah,
but like
he demolished that shit.
Within the world of Broadway, he was already extremely well known. Like, he was already massive.
He was very well accomplished. I mean, his first work, 22 Jump Street, it was very popular. I don't know if you're familiar with that show. VCU Salt did it recently, but it's like a 25-minute story about like this police officer that was trying to catch like kids in high school selling drugs, and I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, future editor, but I think it's based on a true story of this cop going into this high school, trying to find kids that are like doing drugs, realizing that these kids aren't doing drugs, and then trying to peddle drugs to the kids so that they could like get get like rewarded for like catching these quote
so
unquote
he could
criminals.
be like the guy who's saving the school.
And then one of the other students falls in love with the cop that's undercover, and things get weird. It's a weird story. But that show actually got really big, and then I think he went on to write In the Heights, and then Hamilton, of course, got absolutely crazy. Young George thought that was cringe because everyone was finding it popular, and I've always had this weird thing where like things that like reach the mainstream, I'm kind of a hipster in this way. Things that reach the mainstream, I'm like, not right now. And then like 10 years later, I'll be like, wait a minute.
I feel like that's entirely untrue about you. You like pick and choose some things that you dislike, but there's many things in the mainstream now and before that you love.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Luckily, I know what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
2018, Ugandan Knuckles.
Well, that was...
3 months ago, Big Booms.
Well, I was more of a Rizzler guy.
Currently, the Rizzler.
Currently, I do really like the Rizzler. That's you know.
6 months ago, DMV Foodie Boys.
You were way more of a DMV Foodie Boy. I had a lot of people...
Do you see Chub Perp changed his hair?
Is it no longer a perm?
It's no longer a perm, and it's just platinum blonde now.
It's platinum blonde?
Yeah, he kind of looks like a young Eminem.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Only in the hair department.
He would have to shave his head then, right?
Yeah, it's not shaved.
Oh, okay. So, but is it still like perm-like?
No.
Okay, so what are we calling him?
He's just Chub now.
So he's just a little Chub now?
Well, in my heart, he's still Chub Perm. You know, because like the nonchalant guy, sometimes he's still nonchalant. Or sorry, sometimes he's still chalant.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like going back to 2016 and the mainstream, I kind of feel like, you know, recently I've been kind of...
You loved Harambe back then.
Well, everyone loved Harambe.
I know, but that counts.
That absolutely does count as like... Really, when I say I've been like... avoiding mainstream things, it was really just Hamilton that like everyone around me, because I was a theater kid, everyone around me was going absolutely ballistic for, and I made like a conscious effort to just ignore. Because as a young theater kid who couldn't sing, I was very jealous of like shows and musicals and people would like sing and I'd be like, well, I actually
think that's what makes Hamilton so approachable for so many people, is that it's like it does have a lot of technical and hard singing in it, but it also has a lot of rapping that is like easy. Well, yeah, it has a lot of rapping that's hard, but also a lot of rapping that's easy. And like a traditional show is mostly just very challenging music. Yeah, I mean, you know me, I love rap. I don't know why I didn't like see the rap and be like, wait, this might be my show. Maybe it was because it was history as well, because I used to hate like history class and like learning history, even though nowadays I've completely forgone that, and like getting like weird little like lore dumps about history is one of my favorite things to partake in. Like I watched... when the Library of Alexandria burned in the 1960s. Listen, buddy, we were both wrong about that. We were both wrong about that. Don't even try to flip that on me. We were both wrong about that. I watched a video recently. It was a food theory video. You know the food theories. Yeah. It was a history of bread. Like it was like talking about bread. Oh, was it the first video they released was about Subway bread? Was it that? No, they talked about like actual like bread historically and like how it's evolved over the years and like which societies like had the most like bread and like different bread trades and whatnot. Yeah. It was a video about that. I don't know if you've seen that one. I'm sure you would love it. I have not seen that one, but I mean, bread is like a very fascinating historical topic, obviously. Yeah, I'm sure you already like that video is probably like right in your head. I mean, you went to college. You went to culinary college for like a year. I'm sure they talked about it. I went to school for science. Food science. I went to school for food science. Yeah. There was a different major that was like food anthropology. Okay. Which is actually like what I read about now mostly, and like what I like do personal research in is mostly that, because I think it's fascinating. It is. It's absolutely fascinating. The history of food. Yeah, I mean, the history of food is like very in line with the history of like people and the history of culture and history of power, history of like human development. A lot of like the economy was based on food product for a really long time, because it's like you need it to live. Yeah, MatPat said that in the video that like you can look at which cultures had like the most power by who like had the most bread and who had the most quality bread. Like that's why we call money bread or dough. Yeah, it's the best thing since sliced bread. When they learned to slice bread, it changed the game. It was so different because it was like so much easier to bite. It's how I felt when I realized, like when I was like in 2016, I realized maybe I should cut a sandwich instead of eating it whole.
Yeah. I for some reason like cutting a sandwich like in half or like diagonally makes it so much better.
It's so much more edible.
And you know what else I think, which I haven't seen like shared around by people, but like I feel like smushing bread also makes it taste better. Like what
do you mean by that?
Like my family. And I'm just talking for myself.
For sure.
My family used to get a lot of potato bread, like growing up. And one of my favorite things to do was I would like make the sandwich, right? I would like put turkey, cheese, some like lettuce, mayonnaise, mustard. That was a perfect like quick, easy meal.
Easy ham and cheese sandwich.
Quick, easy ham and cheese sandwich with more on it, with not just ham and cheese on it.
That's typically what you put on a ham and cheese sandwich.
Yes. And I would before I would cut it, I would squish the burger down. So it was like kind of, not a burger. I would squish the sandwich down. So I still got burgers on the mind.
Obviously.
After that one podcast episode. And I would squish it like basically flat and then eat it like that. And I would get like more of the sandwich in my mouth as well.
I wonder if it makes it more delicious or if it makes the distribution and ratio in your mouth better.
Would that not accomplish the same thing for me? Like just...
But it's not making it
taste better. It's not making it taste better,
there's
but it's making it
There's a lot of examples of people doing that with bread and it like ruins it. Like if you have like a nicer loaf of bread.
Sure.
Like not potato bread, or you have like focaccia or like a nice sourdough or even like a rustic loaf, you know, and it's like what's nice about it is in part is like the texture and the airiness and like the crumb.
Yeah.
And then it's like if you just like smush it into a ball. So this is why I don't like Wonder Bread.
Wonder Bread?
Yeah.
That's what we got in the
because I can like smush it into like a ball and then play like wall ball with like a slice of Wonder Bread, which I guess is...
You could play some ping pong with it?
Yeah, which I guess is kind of cool because it's like Dr. Bronner's in that way, you know, where it's like you could use it for a million things. I could probably plaster my wall with Wonder Bread. But, you know, I just
nice decoration.
I don't find myself wanting that.
So... I'm going back to Undertale.
Right.
Are you a fan of Undertale? Did you get into the game like when it came out?
I did not. I played the game when it came out. I went, not for me.
Okay.
And then it blew up around the same time, and I was so annoyed at all times.
Yeah.
Because it was the amount that you would hear the music for me. That was like the problem. Like
the music, really?
I don't mind like the visuals of Undertale, or like the community was like very annoying.
Yeah.
But whatever. But hearing like so many Undertale songs all at once, all the time, was just so overwhelming. It's like even good songs, like they're all fantastic now.
Yeah. Well,
but, like,
yeah. At the
hearing good songs too many times absolutely ruins a song.
That's true.
And this for me is like a really great example of that. Where like, yes, Toby Fox is like incredible music. However, I wanted no part of it for like 3 years.
Because I mean, for a while, it's just like that's all you hear. You're hearing Megalovania. Like that became a big meme actually in 2018. You know, that was the great meme renaissance, as we're all very familiar with. And I'm sure like hearing that game's specific quote unquote style of music, just like constantly all the like leitmotifs,
which
and
I
the 8-beat
also
sounds.
love. I love like 8-bit music. But it was just like
it's just too much.
It was just way too much. And like I'd be interested to go into Undertale now as more of an adult and more willing to play like read-em games. That was my problem.
Oh, so you don't like games where you have to read too much.
I like games where the text is faster.
Oh, okay.
I like games...
mean, you can speed up the text.
It's never fast enough.
It's never fast enough?
It's never fast enough. I just like games where it feels like I'm doing more.
Okay.
I think like the combination of a like top-down 2D game with... It's like... It feels a little bit like a RPG, like JRPG. Like, it's not that long at all.
No,
but
it
feels for me very long because I just don't have the attention span for it.
Do you find the gameplay repetitive? Is that...
I did find the gameplay repetitive. I thought it was beautiful, but also maybe repetitive. I thought the boss fights were good.
I mean,
I thought the fights were all really cool and interesting, and if the game was just that, I would have liked it.
Like a Cuphead type of thing, not a Cuphead?
Yeah, like Cuphead, where it's like challenging, but I didn't find any of the fights in Undertale too challenging. Because it's really
did you do Genocide?
No.
Okay.
Because I only played it once.
Yeah.
If I did Genocide, I'm sure it would have been harder.
Yeah, I mean, those are where...
But that's the thing about doing Genocide, right? It's like, suddenly the world government board is on you, you're like a war criminal, it's like a lot of like, the war ends, and suddenly your country's kind of fucked. It's like very hard to genocide these days.
Yeah.
Although in vogue for many.
For a lot of people, it's like, that's like the move right now, but, you know, for young Forrest, it was kind of like, it was too big of a jump.
Yeah, for me, I just wasn't ready for all that, so I was just more content playing Undertale instead of like trying to kill a whole class, like a whole ethnic group. I'm sorry that offends you, George.
Yeah, I mean, me and my monster like homies, we kind of find the game like really offensive. I mean, me, I was born half monster.
Yeah.
My Greek side.
Yeah, that is your Greek side. The Greeks are quite monstrous.
And like it's interesting. I mean, you brought it up earlier about like how different it would be playing Undertale like as an adult. Being a young nerd on the internet, obviously I know everything that Undertale like could ever possibly have to offer.
Yeah.
Like before I even played the game, I like knew all the routes and all like the bunch of little secrets and like even like people diving into the code of the game and whatnot. Like I knew all of that. And now I'm starting to play it. Like I'm only like halfway through like my first run of it and like just starting to play it and like experience all these things. It's giving me a unique kind of nostalgia for it. Like it's nostalgia for a thing that I never like actually experienced for myself, but it kind of feels like
it was so big.
Yeah, it was everywhere. Like actually it was everywhere, and it kind of is still everywhere. Like
yeah, it really is. It's insane that there's like that it was one of the Switch launch titles.
Yeah. It, like when it came out on the Nintendo Switch, it was one of the big games that was like promoted because it hadn't. I don't know for certain. I know Toby Fox wanted to get it on like Nintendo consoles, but porting to the Wii U was hard. Porting to the Nintendo Switch is like a very confusing task because they're basically porting for two consoles at once because it's like you got the home console and you also got the portable console, so you have to like. Some things like work on the home console and then you like take it on the go and it's like, oh, now this console's getting weird, but like they made it work and they made like a big like Nintendo
Luckily,
Switch trailer.
Undertale's like a very easy thing. I feel like it's a very like easy game to run.
No, here's the thing. So the game is actually Toby Fox is a programmer, but the entire game is basically made on like if this happens, then this happens code. Which is like it's like that's not how games are coded.
That's like how you make a game in Scratch.
It's like how I made a game in my middle school computer science
on Scratch.
class.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's
I have made games doing that.
And that's basically what the whole game is. So that is specifically why it was so hard to like get onto consoles, especially also because it was made on RPG Maker as well, and that's also a studio that was for a really long time like really hard to port. From like computers onto game consoles. And I actually think Nintendo, I just watched it. I don't know why I'm saying I think this. I know this because I watched a video.
You're trying to come off as like very nonchalant.
I'm trying to like come off as like, oh, I kind of heard this in passing.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
But actually, I would be
Undertale. Nonchalant, but I can't lean back.
No, because if you lean back, a point's going up on the counter.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't know if that one
teased you with it.
I don't know if that one would get on. I mean, we'll see in the corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Nintendo, it was either Nintendo or Microsoft that made a deal with RPG Maker to like to make it able to be ported onto like consoles easier.
Yeah.
But I say that it's still huge because you see it, for one, you see it inspire a lot of other like indie games, the quirky Earthbound inspired RPGs like Amori and whatnot. We see like a lot of Undertale inspiration from that, and we're seeing like Deltarune come out, and that's even leading to like new forms of RPG fight styles in a bunch of different indie games.
Yeah.
But it's also like prevalent in pop culture. Actually, recently in the show 911, which is a show that's all about propaganda, one of the main like police officers goes up to a kid who's playing Undertale. And he walks up to the kid and he's like, oh, you're playing Undertale. God, Sans was so hard to beat. Which means canonically in that game, this cop character did the genocide route of Undertale.
Yeah.
Which is pretty hype.
You know what? I never did the genocide route, but I did do the Sans fight because you can find that shit anywhere.
Yeah, no, there's a Sans like fight program on like Windows, I think. And during my government class senior year, me and my friend, we would just like play on it. So that's actually my first time really getting into Undertale, was doing the Sans fight.
I think that's a really good introduction to the game, but it's not really what the game's about, like at all. Like that, I think that was my problem, is like I saw clips of people doing the fights in the game and I was like, oh, this game is like going to be so sick to like do all this shit in. And then I get into the game and I'm like, this is maybe 30% of the game.
No, I mean the game is definitely more focused on like it's more of a story game than like people would think. Like what's really cool about Undertale is that Toby Fox purposefully tried to make the gameplay and like the fact that it's a video game part of the story, which is of course seen through the you could either like kill a monster or show a monster mercy. And you know the way and like characters in the game talk about like the attacks that they're doing like in the box, and they're affecting like the way the box moves, and like they're affecting your soul. So it's like it's really like a story game that's told through the combat. It is not a game that like tests your combat ability.
Yeah.
But I mean that's where Deltarune kind of like strays from it a little bit, where they still try to like tell a story through the combat. But it is like if you're looking for a game that's more about like epic fights and like different, you know, takes on RPG fighting tactics, Deltarune is where you're going to want to go, because those fights are way harder. At least that's what I hear, because I'm still making my way through Undertale.
Right.
And I'm having an absolute blast with it. And I'm having an absolute blast reliving 2016 through Hamilton, through Undertale, through some classic 2016 memes like Dicks Out for Harambe.
Dicks Out for Harambe. That is, I think, maybe the most impactful meme of the year. I think
of
like Dicks Out for Harambe.
That was
I've seen Harambe referenced in so much media by politicians. Like Harambe is a lot. There was recently a gorilla added back to the Cincinnati Zoo.
Yeah,
and people were genuinely very seriously talking about it. Like, oh, we just can't have another Harambe accident. Like, it was a very real thing that happened that kind of got blown up, and maybe not in like the animal rights way that they would have wanted it to get blown up.
It kind of got skewed into this just like gross like meme that's like portraying like respect for animals, but like not being that at all. Like it is faux animal rights activism.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel
that
like
still lives on to this day.
I feel like it lived on and changed the way people see zoos forever, like an entire generation.
I think it's good, because I don't think zoos are. I mean, cancel me if you want for this, but I don't think zoos are very moral. You know, holding these animals. Like I did a project on this. Actually, I did a paper on this for anthropology class my sophomore year, but talking about like putting, instead of like having these animals in zoos where it's like they're depressed and kind of viewing it through the lens of like, oh, we're not seeing these animals like true nature because they're not actually in nature, and trying to be like, oh, maybe we could have virtual zoos and putting cameras in like jungles and whatnot, like in very hidden spots, so that we could still quote unquote observe these animals' behavior in a way that's not, you know, making them go insane in captivity. But obviously when people saw Harambe, you know, get shot in the dome, their immediate thought was, I have to take my pants off and
if I take my dick out,
I have to take my massive dick out to show respect for this gorilla.
Yeah, I mean, because the gorilla is probably, I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. Probably must have been hung.
Oh, I mean, I saw pictures of Harambe's penis. Yeah. I'm on the forums. I'm trying to level.
I was on LiveLeak.
I'm trying to level up my bestiality. You know, you're kind of a max level bestiality.
I am a bestiality master. Yeah,
and by now I'm only a bestiality novice, but I'm looking to you for advice. And you know, I think looking at gorilla
taking your dicks out for Harambe is like a very good step one.
Yeah, and then like stroking it like up and down and up and down.
Stroke it and roar. George.
Stroking it and roaring.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's
like, kind of a higher level thing. If you're not careful and you do that at a lower level, you might get some blowback. Kind of shoot yourself across the room.
You know, it's kind of like in Mario Kart where it's like, you know, it's like the 3, 2, 1, and at the 2 I start stroking it.
Yeah, and
really
roaring.
Fast and roaring at the same time. And it's like if I do it too early, the cops find me and I get busted. Yeah. If I do it too late, nothing comes out.
Nothing happens, and you were just like looks like an idiot in public roaring on the bus. But if you do it right, George, everyone on the bus will respect you.
Everyone will be like, man, that guy has so much respect for this gorilla.
Yeah, that guy has bestiality out the wazoo.
What other memes were popular in 20? I mean, I feel like I should.
Vine is like a whole topic to tackle, and like I hated Vine.
You hated Vine?
Yeah. Did you like Vine?
I wasn't really on Vine much.
I think what people got from Vine, specifically in 2016, in our age group, was what you are getting from Undertale right now, which is something that they were not really around for, but like tangentially were like aware of.
Because that's 2016 is like when it was announced that it was going to die, right?
If you were us in 2016, you were 12.
Yeah.
Or 13.
Yeah,
right?
13. Mm.
I was 12.
Okay. Yeah, you were. Yeah, that's true.
And
Little
so
young man.
kind of too young to like really be on Vine, but like old enough to be aware of what's happening. Definitely use the phrase "do it for the Vine."
Yeah, that was definitely
Have done it for the Vine.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta.
Yeah, definitely aware of like bottle flipping and like all these skits and maybe even Vine people.
Mm.
But like, we weren't in the trenches.
Mm-mm.
We weren't on Vine. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, we weren't like scrolling the 6-second videos. We were maybe watching compilations.
Yes, that's true.
And Vine to me has always been this massive inside joke that like I was just not a part of.
Mm. Sorry, the mic is actually has been covering my face this entire video. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit.
I feel like Vine is this like massive inside joke that like I never felt like I was a part of.
Yeah.
And I really fucking despised Vine for like 4 years, I think. Just because, I don't know. It didn't...
Post or pre-death?
Right before it died and after it died. I was like, thank God that shit is off the planet. And then everyone still wouldn't stop talking about Vines because of the compilations. Yeah. And it's like, you don't have enough time to set something up in 6 seconds. No. You don't. So it's all reliant on the viewer knowing what the joke is going to be, like going into it, pretty much.
Yeah, like the first 2 seconds, you have to know what the joke is.
Or it's just kind of shock comedy and it's like shmeep shmop, whatever.
Yeah, that's not my thing.
In my opinion.
Shmeep shmop.
Yeah, it's like good for like funniest home videos, you know?
Which we would rock, by the way.
Which we would rock.
We should quit this podcast shit and start America's Home Videos like revival.
We could host it together.
Oh yes, we could. And we would rule the world with our America's Home Videos that like very clearly we made ourselves. Yeah. So,
oh man, it's so weird that they're always wearing masks. But anyways, this guy in a brown paper bag is now gonna fall down the stairs. George, is that your house?
That is a replica of my house. It looks very similar, but like don't look at the address though. Don't look at the address too close.
You know, I've heard your house is a very popular house to replicate, so this makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it is the set of the George's Lunch Food Review, the movie. So, yes. I mean, obviously.
Oh, we have the next one coming up. Looks like it's going to be an Idiot in Cars thing. Is that guy? Does that driver have the same tattoo as me?
You know what, Forrest? I think you need to wear glasses because nope, no, it does. No, he doesn't. It looks very similar.
I need to wear glasses. Did that guy in the video just say he needed to wear glasses?
Oh, and that black guy, yet another black guy raging at the road. That guy has crazy road rage, and I just look at the video and you go, "Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?"
But it's not you.
But no, it's not me though.
It's not you. It's like someone that maybe looks like you. But if I were to say that, it'd probably be racist.
You know, it's weird that we're getting exclusively videos of a white guy and a mixed race guy. Like every single home video that we've gotten.
They're all wearing masks.
They're all wearing either masks or paper bags over their head, or they're bald. Sometimes they're bald.
Sometimes they have a very convincing bald cap on.
Mm-hmm.
You could get confused.
Were you a big Pokemon Go fan?
Ooh, I really, really wanted to be into Pokemon Go. The problem is that the area we grew up in was really bad for Pokemon Go.
It is. Not only are there a bunch of like dead zones in the area, but like the types of Pokemon that would spawn there were like this is like
it was all the same shit.
Yeah, I mean this is 2016, so it's the original 151, which has some of the most boring Pokemon. I'm gonna say it out right now. A lot of those Pokemon's like concepts extremely boring. Yeah. It's like this is a rat.
Pidgey.
This is a bird. This is another bird that's different from the other bird.
Yeah. But it looks very similar to the other bird.
Yeah, it looks, and they accomplish the same role. Yeah. But they're different birds.
So it was like that combination of walking around the neighborhood and finding disappointment. Yeah. And like going to the park, and that was like the only place that there was a training stop near.
Yeah. I actually remember when Pokemon Go like released to the public, I was actually on my family trip in Greece. So I actually got some pretty interesting, like I got a lot of Laprases around that time, which was a very rare.
That was a very rare.
Because you need to be like, you either need to be extremely lucky or like by the water. Yeah. And you know, I'm in Greece. Obviously, I'm on the island of Milos. So obviously, I'm finding Laprases and like Squirtles and Starmies like left and right.
Yeah, I really wanted to be into Pokemon Go, but I couldn't make it happen for me. I even tried to do it as like me and my sister would like try to like go like find Pokemon together, and it was just like.
Could she drive at this point?
No, it was just like walking around, you know? So it was just like very upsetting. And then came the like tireless articles of people killing themselves playing Pokemon Go, which was an insane, like, cultural landscape to be in, to watch the real news and hear about someone really walking into a highway.
Yeah.
Because they were actually playing Pokemon Go that hard.
Yeah, it's like you're on the news, right? They're talking about Harambe like 2 months after his death, and like all these different like protests that are happening, all these like fake protests that are happening for Harambe. Then it's starting to talk about like Pokemon Go and whatnot. Then you change the channel and Super Mario Logan is in trouble because that kid tried to.
And that's on TV.
Yeah, and this is all on the news. This is all on CNN or Fox or whatever.
And then they start talking about Russian hackers in the election.
Yes, and now they're talking about Hamilton is getting a Tony and Undertale. They're talking about Matt Pat giving Undertale to the Pope of all people.
Oh
like,
my god.
Do you remember when that happened?
Yeah.
God, that was
that
crazy.
in 2016? I thought that was later.
Maybe it was in 2017.
Do you think the Pope ever played a video game in his life?
Pope Francis?
Yes.
I think he played Undertale.
Really?
I think he played a little bit of Undertale. That's because I mean I feel like, you know, he was probably very appreciative of the gift and probably wanted to like see what it was like about at least a little bit.
It was such a obscure gift to give him that it must have piqued his interest.
It had to. Like you give the leader of the Catholic Church a video game. I think the Pope's gonna get a little bit curious about what
He'll
it's
boot
about.
it up.
I mean, he invited Matt Pat specifically, like, to this event, so
It's true.
he must have at least.
That's
someone
so
must have at
weird,
least
by
been
the way, because 2016 was also when influencer became a job title.
Yeah.
And, like, probably the first year that it became a real thing that, like, kindergartners wanted to be when they grew up. And could be.
Yeah. And we're seeing those kindergartners.
And we're seeing them right now. We're still seeing Ryan Trahan.
Ryan Trahan was definitely one of those kids that saw Matt Pat give the Pope Undertale and thought, I'm going to be a Mr. Beast clone.
Yeah. He was like, I'm going to do what it takes to get big. I'm going to live off a penny.
Which, I mean, is kind of an interesting idea.
Which is super cool.
The first time he did it. Kind of cool.
Very hype, Ryan Trahan.
Yeah, now that it's his 8th Penny series, it's like, we know you can do this.
Honestly, Ryan, it's weird that you're this good at it. Can I be honest? It's not normal to be this good at living off of a penny.
Yeah, it's like you
hang it up. You're the goat of living off of a penny. Ryan Trahan is the goat of living off of 1 cent.
Yeah.
They're gonna discontinue the penny soon, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's about damn time. I mean, did you know, Forrest, that it costs 2 pennies to make 1 penny? That is simply 1 penny too many. I mean, that is just 1 penny too many. Have you ever used a penny?
That was probably something I learned in 2016.
What, that
phrase?
2 penny. Well, that's a George Sullivan original. Don't you remember Model Congress? It costs 2 pennies to make 1 penny, and that's 1 penny too many. Do you not remember that? Do you remember that, Forrest? Remember in 2021 when that happened? I
remember that in 2021, but I also think that maybe you didn't make it up.
Well, I mean, maybe I heard it like in 2016 and I kind of like internalized it, and then in 2021 it just kind of blossomed out of me like a tulip.
Yeah,
like how a tulip,
like a beautiful tulip,
like a tulip,
not full of blood.
No, not full of blood and semen.
Not like a normal tulip, full of flower blood and flower semen
and happiness, and
also it smells good. Unlike my tulip.
Do you like how flowers smell? I'm kind of indifferent to how flowers smell.
What do you mean? Flowers smell amazing, dude.
I don't know. I've tried the whole like walk around and smelling the roses thing, you know, after my villain arc that I went on recently.
Obviously, yeah.
I tried that walking around and smelling the roses type of thing, and I tried smelling them, and I think
roses are an overrated scent.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's kind of where I stopped. I smelled a rose and I went, "This ain't it," and I stopped.
Yeah, I think that there's better flowers, like lavender. That's a flower.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I like the at least the artificial scent of it.
You know, violets. I think those smell great.
Do lilac smell good?
Lilacs smell amazing. Yeah, sure lilac is a really good scent. I have a lilac wand that I made when I was like 8.
Oh, what do you mean a lilac wand? Like you went outside and picked lilacs and then made a wand?
No, it's more of like a woven thing that you put lilac inside of. Okay.
So it's like a fake wand and you put lilacs inside of it.
Well, I think some people would say that it probably is real and does magic.
Okay. Oh,
like
so
rituals.
Okay. So the whole like witch community.
Yeah.
Probably gathers lilacs.
Like the Wicca people.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite meme from 2016?
Favorite meme? I mean, honestly, I know it's like very easy and it's a layup, but it's like Harambe.
Yeah, I mean that's my answer too.
But specifically, it was Hillary Clinton saying, let's Pokemon Go to the polls.
Yeah, that was good. That was a really good moment.
Like, I'm really happy. I talked about that. I might talk about that every like 3 months.
Pokemon Go to the polls. I mean, it's just such a. It encapsulates that year perfectly.
It's such a moment in time.
It's such a moment. You had to be there for it, and getting to see that live, and like even as like a 12-year-old going like, oh no, Hillary,
and she's just at Cedar Rapids.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm just at Cedar Rapids. I'm chilling. That video. That's what she does.
That's what she does.
And then she sticks her tongue out and she winks.
She's such an uncharming politician. So unfortunate.
God, Hillary, why?
So unfortunate. And then seeing real ass political analysts being like, yeah, that's why she lost the election. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's not why. It didn't help. I'll say that much.
No shot it got a single person to the polls. I mean, seriously, the over-under on people that got to the polls versus the amount of views it got.
Definitely under. Definitely way under.
I know. I think it's actually 0. I can't imagine hearing that and being like, yeah, I'm a young adult. I love Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And she does too.
Yeah, she definitely has a Lapras. She definitely has a Mewtwo. Do you think
the Niantic gave it to her?
Do you think she would have won the 2016 election if she went up to the podium and she was like, I recently caught the shiny Mew, and then like showed it to the audience?
I have an email about it right here. Oh fuck, you're not supposed to see all these.
It's still in my inbox. I didn't delete them. Wink wink. And you see like her trash like folder is just like huge.
Hillary, why is your trash folder 9,000 emails?
They're all Pokemon Go notifications. I'm always on it, so I don't need the emails. I know exactly what's going on in the Pokemon Go blogosphere.
Oh yeah, I need to unsubscribe from Niantic too.
Happy birthday to this future president and this future Pokemon Go master.
Honestly, I don't think it would have hurt her.
It definitely would have.
Actually, no, it absolutely would have, because at the same time, people would have been like, God, she's suicidal.
It wouldn't. I don't think it would have hurt as much as Pokemon Go to the polls.
No, it definitely would have hurt. I think
not as much.
If she made it a part of her platform that she played Pokemon Go, she would have lost like the 50 to 75 voting demographic.
Yeah, but if she did that, like, it would have been really funny. Like, in retrospect, it would have been, like, we could be talking about it right now being like, do you remember when Hillary Clinton showed off her shiny Pokemon collection and it was only 4?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, dude.
It was so pathetic.
Yeah, I wish I rigged the election in her favor. You know what I mean?
I know, so she could keep embarrassing herself. Well, in front of the fucking world.
It would have been better than the alternative. It would have been better than what happened.
I found this one in the Oval Office.
I absolutely would have preferred...
It's a shiny coughing.
I absolutely would have preferred this old lady showing off her shiny Pokemon collection instead of what we had.
I mean...
the entire time instead of what we had, I would have loved that.
Obviously.
I mean, come on.
In 2016... in Forrest's personal life, I got into an argument with my girlfriend, a real passionate argument with my girlfriend about how the wall was stupid. She said... And
you were on the side of the wall, right?
I was on the side against the wall.
What?
She was like, yeah, it's gonna protect the country. And I was like, immigrants come over through plane. She was like, no, it's gonna protect the country. And I was like, okay, I think it's a little racist. And she was like, how dare you call our president racist? And then I said, okay.
You went, I'm dropping this now.
I went, okay.
And then you thought...
I did not drop it.
And then you thought, I'll do this for another 2 years.
I did not drop this. I personally, in that moment, I thought to myself, I'm going to keep going. I would call him a lot of other things, too. And she went, oh, yeah? I was like, yeah. I mean, well, like, obviously, he's like a rapist.
Yeah.
And then she was like, Forrest, I cannot believe that you would say something like that about our future president. That is not okay.
How mean? How mean of you, Forrest? Why would you say that? That's so rude of you.
Yeah.
To call him that.
And then flash forward like 20 minutes, I said the words, I just don't understand how you can be so fucking stupid.
Oh, wow. Alright, that's pretty hype. That's a pretty hype thing to say to your girlfriend.
Well, I did it, and I don't.
You still don't know? I don't understand.
I'm personally standing on business.
As someone who knows this person in real life?
Personally standing on business that if you supported the wall, I can't understand how you were so fucking stupid.
Well, but Forrest, think about this. It would protect our country.
And Mexico's gonna pay for it.
I'm pretty sure they did, right?
They're still paying for
it. Their check is gonna come in at any moment.
And we're, by the way, still building the wall.
Yeah, the wall's around the corner.
We're still building it.
I think we're 10 bricks away from
And the wall just got 10 feet higher. That was another good meme. I loved that one.
10 feet higher?
Yeah.
I wasn't familiar with that
whenever people at like Trump rallies would shit on the wall, he'd just go, and the wall just got 10 feet higher.
You know what was a good year? You know what was a good year for memes that we're not talking about? 2018 or 2019.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Whichever year Uganda Knuckles was in, that was a really good year. You know, I have this really... this is a really embarrassing memory that I'm about to share right now. In 8th grade, right, I was really into drama. Like, that's when I really started getting into the idea of, like, doing theater forever. Because in 7th grade, it was just, shits and giggles. My mom made me. But in 8th grade, I was like, wait, this is kind of hype. And I remember we would have, like, the elementary schools would come into our middle school to, like, view some of the classes and, like, see what they would do. Like, they had chorus, and they had, like, the band kids, and they had the theater kids as, like... what? Do you know what I'm about to talk about? Or did
I have my own separate embarrassing moment from this concert.
Okay, well, I'll finish mine.
The showcase. It's like,
And, it's the showcase to the kids, like, okay, this is what you can expect from, like, being a part of these, clubs or whatever.
And the arts programs, yeah.
And, I was in theater, and we decided to play, I guess it was freeze tag, right? And we were taking suggestions from the audience. And now, dear viewers, you may not know this about me, or maybe you do from previous podcast episodes, but I was, kind of the meme guy in middle school. Like, being into memes not only was my entire thing, for basically everyone, that's what I was.
It's so true that when I introduced the, like, concept of George to my parents over the dinner table in middle school, I was like, oh yeah, that George, I don't know, he's like kind of like a meme dealer. And they went, meme dealer? What does that mean?
Well, they went, meme dealer? What's his number? We need good memes.
And I was like, well, if you can, like, imagine the vibes of a guy who would, like, open up a trench coat and there'd be memes inside of it. And he kind of just, like, posts them around the school. And he's always like, he has like an Instagram and he puts them everywhere. Yeah. I don't know. He's just like a meme dealer.
For a while, I would go to the libraries in the morning and like print out a Google Doc filled with like memes from whatever, and then like cut them out, and then I would go around the hallways and I just like pass them out to people. By the way, Forrest, I think that is the 5th time that you've told this meme dealer story
on the
podcast. Can one of you beautiful viewers make a compilation of every time Forrest has told this story?
As recently as a month ago, they were like, oh, how's George, the meme dealer? So I feel like it's still prevalent.
No, I mean, that's definitely a very valid way to explain me. I remember also, this is a separate little small story, but in 7th grade, for my birthday, when I was on the bus, the whole bus, like 2 of my friends that lived in my neighborhood, they walked on and they were like, guys, it's the Meme King's birthday. Can we all sing happy birthday for the Meme King? And then they all sing happy birthday for me. A bus full of people who don't know who I am. They don't know who they know
probably
me.
do.
They know me, but they're like,
you had a pretty big Instagram page at the time.
I was the biggest. I wasn't the biggest like meme account, but I was the biggest public meme account. Like everyone knew like this is George.
Okay, at school.
Yeah. of the student body, they were like, this is George and this is his meme
I remember
page.
You had like over 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
And that was like kind of a big deal in middle school.
Yeah, in middle school having 1,000, like I think there were like 4 people that had like genuinely had over 1,000 followers. There were a couple other meme accounts that were really big, but they were like private, so like who gave a shit?
Yeah.
I remember there was this one meme account by this one person I knew at the school who would like start beef with like people at our school. They would like call them like shit and like call them like stupid or whatever. Like they would message them. They were just a big hater. This is by the way. I'm bleeping the name out, obviously. But about this,
he slid into people's DMs just to shit on them.
Yes, he did.
Okay, well that's kind of It's kind of awesome.
It's pretty hype. But like he wasn't public, so he like could never face repercussions. And I remember multiple times people would be like, "Are you this? Are you this guy?" Because they would know that I have a meme account.
That you're the meme king.
And they were like, This guy said this. Is that you? And I'd be like, no, this is me. And I would show them like my little tiny like Instagram account.
Totally tortilla.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, they sang happy birthday for me, and instead of calling me George, they all said happy birthday, dear meme king, happy birthday to you. That's what I was known for. And so again, at this, showcase or whatever, we were taking suggestions from this group of elementary schoolers for freeze tag. One of them was Ugandan Knuckles, right?
Oh. By the way, if you don't know what freeze tag is, it's an improv game where you do a scene and then someone in the audience yells freeze, and then you get tagged in that position and you have to start a new scene. Yeah,
so imagine that game, but when Ugandan Knuckles is said, everyone looks at me and just ushers me forward.
Yeah.
And then the whole time, I am just Ugandan Knucklesing.
Do it.
Right? Do it right now. So imagine, like, I'm at the front, right, and I'm kind of, like, holding this one pose, and I'm going, do you know the way?
That feel good?
Oh, the memories are just flooding right back to me, Forrest. Oh, it feels so good. But that's not where the story ends.
Obviously.
So I'm doing this, and I'm... Oh, God. On this day, Forrest and dear audience, I'm wearing especially tight pants. I was really into really skinny jeans in middle school. I don't know why. That's what we had.
It's okay, we all go through phases.
And my favorite pair of pants were ones that barely fit. Mm-hmm. And so I'm holding this pose, right? And I think I'm in front of the boys' choir, I think, right? Unbeknownst to me, at some point while I was doing my Ugandan Knuckles routine, by the way, the kids, they were loving it. They thought this was the funniest shit of all time.
And what does that sound like again?
George, can you just play the clip that I just did?
Right.
Yeah, so obviously I'm going, do you know the way, over and over again, and going like, we must spit on the queen. Yeah, I start spitting. At some point, unbeknownst to me, my pants rip. My pants...
And you didn't feel that?
I didn't know, because I was so into the Ugandan Knuckles character.
Yeah, you're too busy spitting.
And I was going crazy, and I was running around, and then after, like, the theater kids are done, I hear, like, George. I hear just a chorus of my name in the background. And, I turn around expecting, the boys' choir to applaud me because of all the people in the space, that's who it would be.
Yeah.
My homies. Mm-hmm. And they're like, George, your fucking pants ripped. I look back and I'm like, oh, wow, that is a rip right at my butthole. Right where my butthole would be. From doing the Ugandan Knuckles, like, pose with my legs spread out like that. And, like, kind of dancing around.
You know that magician that did the magic trick in front of kids, but if he failed the trick...
Nathan Fielder?
Oh god, it was him.
It was Nathan Fielder. It was the guy who was like, I'm going to get out of these handcuffs. Yeah. And if I don't get out of these handcuffs, like, in a minute... Fielder? That was Nathan Fielder. That was the season finale of the first season of Nathan For You.
No, I feel like I've been seeing that clip for so long.
Yeah, well, that's the biggest clip. That's one of the biggest, like, public stunts that he did. And
it's one of the I think that's one of the biggest public stunts like ever done, because it's so morally questionable.
Yeah.
But anyway,
obviously it wouldn't have actually happened.
So anything like similar to what you were doing, kind of like similar intent?
Yeah, I said if I don't do the perfect Ugandan accent for the character of Ugandan Knuckles, I'm going to rip my pants and my butthole is going to show to this group of elementary schoolers. But luckily,
Luckily, there were no police on standby.
Well, no, there were no police on standby. But actually, luckily, my Ugandan accent was perfect. I had practiced it so much during that time.
Right, in the mirror.
In the mirror, yeah. In the mirror.
In the shower.
In the shower, on my way to school, on the bus.
On dates.
Well, no, I was not going on dates during this time, Forrest. Let me be clear. That was not happening. Actually,
You were.
Was after that.
You were going on dates.
Well, we never actually went on a date. We became boyfriend and girlfriend, but that was after the Ugandan Knuckles
Did y'all two go to Fair City?
One time, actually.
That's a romantic ass date.
That is the date,
You go to... Dude, okay. You're middle school. The perfect middle school date. You go across the street to the strip mall, because every middle school is across the street from a strip mall.
Obviously.
You go to Boba. You go to Five Below.
Yeah.
You loiter outside of a like any business that has picnic tables. You get hungry. You choose between fast food option 1 and fast food option 2.
Mm.
Most likely, one of them is a McDonald's or Wendy's.
Yeah.
And the other one is like a bowl type restaurant.
Oh, there was also a Subway.
Mm.
But I mean,
Third option, sandwich restaurant.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yes.
And then you eat. You go to the back area of the strip mall,
Mm.
and you cuddle.
Yeah.
And you like kiss like once.
Oh yeah. And then you stop because you're scared.
And then you stop because you're like, well, I don't know really. Like, I just okay.
I don't know what the law is. You know
and
what
then,
I mean?
And then you get picked up by your moms.
Yeah. That sounds like a perfect. I mean, that sounds like something that I don't want to do like on a date nowadays.
Like that's romantic as fuck back then.
Yeah. The cuddle, the one kiss, and then the stop because you're too shy.
Yeah, dude.
It's a perfect combo.
Dude, and then like you only start holding hands in the date like maybe 3/4 of the way through.
Mm-hmm. And then like you drag them to GameStop, and the whole time they're complaining, and you're just kind of making it about you at that point. That's what happened on my date.
But it's okay because then you go to Ulta and you let her paint the colors on your skin.
Yeah, you said you had an equally embarrassing story, or you had an embarrassing story.
Just like that, you just brought up a memory of that particular like era.
Yeah.
In 8th grade, when we, as a choir, typically it would happen around like a holiday time where the kids would visit.
Yeah. It was like
so
December-ish.
We were singing You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch as like one of our like 3 songs.
That's a good one.
And it was also attended by some of the high schoolers as well. It was like a weird thing. Yeah, or sorry, not high schoolers, sorry, middle schoolers.
Oh, okay.
Some of the like the people that were also in middle school, and then also attended by elementary schoolers as like a showcase for like, if you want to join, this is what it's like.
Mm.
And if you're in 7th grade, you could still come because like if you want to join, this is what it's like.
Yeah.
We were singing It's a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
Classic.
I did it, whatever. I went throughout my classes for the rest of the day. At the end of the day, someone came up to me and he was like, hey Forrest, pretty good job today at the choir thing. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. Cool. He's like, yeah, I don't know. You were like the only one I could hear. I was asking everybody. They said you were the only one they could hear too. It was just like you singing like You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and then also I could hear the girls, but mostly I could just hear you.
Yeah.
None of the boys were singing, and I was like, oh yeah, thanks, man.
None of the boys were singing? Were they just singing like really? Did they just not want to do it?
I guess. I don't know. They fucking threw me to the wolves.
Why do people sign up for shit like this and then don't try? It's fucking infuriating.
I don't know, because that GPA in middle school really matters. My middle school GPA is my proudest achievement.
Yeah? What was your GPA?
Probably like 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in all APs.
Yeah, actually, I remember that, and you did all your homework, and you were like really attentive in class too.
You didn't have a class with me. You don't know.
Well, you know that's just what I heard through the rumor mill. You know what I mean?
Oh, there was a rumor mill.
Yeah, that was telling people that you were you had a 5.0 GPA.
5.0 GPA
in high school.
No, in middle school.
In middle school and high school.
In high school, the rumor mill was different.
Yeah.
In high school, the rumor mill was much more about me and hotel rooms.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like not the rumor mill. That's just the truth mill. You know what I mean?
That is the truth. Yeah, like truth.org.
That's just this is what's happening in the life of Forrest Gaudian.
Yeah.
Mill.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah, that's what I remember happening.
Yeah, in middle school, I was labeled with my girlfriend as the makeout couple in the hallways.
Dude, my man.
We didn't do that.
Dude, my man.
We never did.
This is audience. This is a straight player right in the hallways. Dude, my man.
We never made out. We like pecked in the hallways like sometimes. I remember
that's making out in middle school.
That's not, because there was like one time we did make out in the hallways, and I was like, this is like probably not chill, and stop.
Yeah, this is probably not the move.
And there were couples that did that.
Yeah.
There were people getting their hogs suckled on.
Mm-hmm.
Suckling pig fest in the girls' bathroom.
There was a person who suckled hog in the bathroom, then had cum in her hair, and then walked to class with it. I dated that person. Yeah. That's a truth. I
wasn't
fact.
Yours.
What do you mean I wasn't yours? What is that?
It wasn't yours.
It was mine.
Oh.
It was mine. Oh. It was one of mine, at least. And no, it was not my hog that was being sucked.
That's what I was saying. It was hair.
I thought you were saying it wasn't my ex.
But I hear it was yours. I hear it was your comment.
It was not.
That's what the truth mill is telling me.
It was not my hog. It was not my hog.
Just two fucking straight players over here, dude. the makeout guy and the cum and hair guy. Dude, two of the best guys at the party.
The cum was not in my hair. And my cum was not in anyone's hair.
Well,
for the record.
Well,
I mean, your hair did get, pretty.
That same girl
together.
once, she told me that I need to keep my nails short if I want to finger my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Was that good advice? Do you think?
That's good advice.
I think that's good advice.
Although I had no complaints up until then, but I have followed it since.
Yeah, I mean, I remember in middle school you were rocking like witch nails. You know what I mean?
I wasn't rocking long nails.
You had basically bugle nails. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
you were up inside of there and you just scratching and scratching. Yeah. Awesome mental image I just gave.
I was like, what are you on your period? He was like, no, Forrest, you're just going crazy again.
Dude, you have a month-long period? I've been doing this every day for a month.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's a bug bite in there. I can get it for you.
Let me just reach back there for you. Do you have a favorite 2018 meme? Let's go back to this stuff.
Yeah, that's probably better than middle school sex.
Yeah.
Favorite 2018 meme.
Yeah, a lot of great. Yeah, let me give you some of the rundown, okay? Obviously, there's Uganda Knuckles.
Yeah.
There's eating Tide Pods. That was a really big meme.
Oh, there was such a good college humor sketch about that.
Yes, that was a really good one.
There were actually 3 good anyways.
There was the first meme of 2018 was Nuts and Bolts. I remember.
Don't remember.
Well, that was the whole joke, was that this is the first meme of 2018, and it was Nuts and Bolts, like
sure.
at a department store.
Sure.
Somebody touch on my spaghetti.
I hate that.
That was a really good one.
Hate that.
That was a classic.
Somebody goon on my spaghetti.
I think Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Sorry. Somebody goon on my spaghetti.
Oh, that was actually pretty good. I actually really like that one. 2018. Oh, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. There was the Everyone Is Here meme, so it'd just be like videos about like different characters who are quote unquote in the new Smash Brothers. That was a pretty. I like that one.
I like Tide Pods.
You liked Tide Pods?
Yeah.
Oh, let me look up 2018 memes for you.
I hated most memes in 2018. At that point in my development, I was very counter memes. I was not a meme guy.
Oh yeah, here's some really good ones. Burger King.
Sprite Cranberry. I did come to school dressed up as Sprite Cranberry.
Dressed up as Sprite Cranberry?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was that cool? Was that awesome?
Yeah. I had burgundy joggers and like a burgundy sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah.
They were just things I already owned.
Yeah.
And then I taped the Sprite logo to myself, the Sprite Cranberry logo, and I was like, I'm Sprite Cranberry.
I remember I had
and everyone wants a tall glass of Forrest.
I had a...
That's what I would say to them.
Yeah. And they'd be like, no, we want a tall glass of Sprite Cranberry, which
and I
you
said,
are.
I'm Forrest and Sprite Cranberry.
And they went, oh, now I'm intrigued. Color me pink.
Yeah, I was saying,
pink.
Ooh, your stomach must feel carbonated
Forrest,
with how...
Tickle me pink right now.
Nervous you are. I must be carbonating your stomach.
You know, Forrest, actually, this is a really sad story that I'm about to tell you. I actually had an original can of Sprite Cranberry.
I remember it.
From that time. It's actually in George's Lunch Food Review, the movie.
Yeah.
Second movie reference.
Beautiful.
Yeah. In my freshman year of college, I was throwing around the pigskin with some of the boys.
The pigskin is the Sprite Cranberry.
Well, the pigskin is a Jigglypuff plush, and the boys is my wall. I was throwing a plush at my wall by myself because I was just so fucking bored.
Like you could with Wonder Bread.
Yeah, if I crumpled it together and made a ball. And I was throwing it, and I just miscalculated the throw, and it knocked my Sprite Cranberry off the counter.
Did it explode?
It shattered.
It shattered.
It shattered like glass.
The metal can.
The glass shattered like glass. Yeah, and I had a really sad.
Do you miss it?
I miss it every day because they changed the can. Now getting an original can on eBay is like $6. I don't have that kind of change.
I don't have that kind of cash.
I don't have that kind of cash.
I don't have 600 pennies.
Yeah, exactly. Which are about to go extinct, by the way.
Yeah, it might be good to get 600 pennies.
That was Lost. There was the Lost meme. That was...
I didn't like it. Always confused me. That's the point.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't know what Lost was for the first 2 months of consuming the meme. So I was really lost.
Oh, this is a good one. T-posing.
No, that was not a good one.
That was my thing.
That was big for you. We've talked... They all know. I don't know why you try and claim this like it was awesome.
Well, because everything I did was awesome for us, so...
Oh, wait. When did the Lego movie come out? 2016?
Let me look that up for you real quick.
I listen to Everything is Awesome at work at least once a week.
The Lego movie came out in 2014.
Wow.
That's way before. What does that have to do with T-posing?
Well, you said everything is awesome.
Oh, well, everything I do is awesome.
Everything is
All right, no. So imagine
Awesome.
a TikTok edit of me to that song.
Yeah, to that song.
And it's
Have you heard the news? Everything's awesome.
It's
Yeah,
me.
the
You know,
two
it's
different
like
rap verses.
yeah, it's like me in middle school in 8th grade, and you know I'm getting dumped at the 8th grade formal. I'm T-posing. I'm Ugandan knuckle-sing while my pants are splitting. Like just going through like the long list of like really awesome Georgia moments to everything is awesome. Wouldn't that be an awesome?
I forgot that you got dumped at the formal.
I'm telling you, that's a story for a different episode.
Different day.
That's a story for a different episode.
In that formal, I'm really calling this episode. I was cringy in my relationship in middle school.
Well, I mean, this is. Go ahead.
The You're Welcome.
Yeah, what can I say?
From Moana came on, and I was hanging out with my girl.
Yeah.
You know my girl.
Yeah. You guys still going strong to this day?
Yeah, sure. We were hanging out, and kind of like at the back of the dance, and I was like, I know every word to this rap. And then when the rap came on, I might have my memory's foggy. I know I danced and did the rap for her, but I may have also been circling her while doing it.
Like how Maui was doing it in the movie.
Is that how he does it in the movie?
Yeah, I mean he's like moving around a whole bunch.
Yeah, I was like, no, I was definitely like walking, like walk dancing like around her. Doing the like
that what can I say?
Honestly, I could go on and on, that rap.
Honestly, I can go. Yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah, that's written by Lin Manuel Miranda.
It is, and that's nasty with the pen. You know what would have been really crazy?
It's a good rap too.
You know what?
The demo of that song is.
It's not good.
It's rough.
It's
because it's Lin singing.
Oh, okay.
And as talented as he is, he doesn't stack up to some of the other people who sing.
He doesn't stack up to most of the cast in Hamilton.
He's not a bad singer.
He's not a bad singer, but
just the Hamilton cast originally was like such a talented group of singers.
Yeah.
Although I will say, when I saw Hamilton, the Hamilton actor could sing, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I've seen like videos of the current like Hamilton singing, and it's like actually like really beautiful.
So many people say that like he was bad as Hamilton and that he was just self-inserting himself.
No.
First off, he gets to. Secondly, obviously he wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Fucking what?
We're listening to like.
Are you kidding me?
If Lin Manuel Miranda was actually bad, the show would not have gotten as big as it did.
Yeah.
Like he not only didn't write.
I imagine that he would have had the wherewithal to just be like, you know what, guys, I'm holding this show back. Like they wouldn't have made it to Broadway. They would have stayed off Broadway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, can we get a grip?
Yeah.
But imagine this though. That's an 8th grade dance, right? It's you and that person that you're dating at the time. Hamilton comes on, Nonstop comes on, and you start and you start singing. I could have
done all the words.
You're going like, I can do the rap to this song, and she's like, what? And
that's a more impressive one.
And then you start doing it, right,
yeah.
and then halfway through the song, you boot up your PC, right. You click on Undertale, you click on the Sans boss fight on your web browser, and you start doing the boss fight while rapping, while circling her.
Honestly, the circling is the most important, like, impressive part of all of that.
Yeah.
Doing the Sans fight while circling somebody.
Yeah, like
rapping is like, I also in this era of life, I used to game a lot, and the way I would game is I would have... I was okay for all my CS heads out there. I was, I think I was my highest rank ever, just for like a few games, was Supreme First Masterclass or whatever the fuck. And then my like rank that I actually was like LTE, LG, and then I'd be playing that. And then I would have a Chromebook on the side watching YouTube, and then I'd be listening to music, and then I would go on my phone.
That is the most ADHD thing I think you've ever said on this podcast.
Yeah, and then sometimes I would also be on a call with my friends on Skype. Actually, no. 2016 was the year I got Discord on New Year's Day.
Oh, yeah. Starting the year off strong.
January 1st, 2016, I got Discord. So all of that to say, the singing and gaming part of it, I have that on lock.
Yeah, I'm sure you had Hamilton just like in the like you have it memorized. It's second nature at that point.
At that point in my life, probably. Right now, I would have to do it to the song.
Right now, yeah. That's really like the ultimate goal of me of like getting into Hamilton and Undertale at the same time. I'm trying to like get both of those muscle memories up so that one day on this podcast, maybe I could start circling
when we have our podcast formal.
Yeah, when we have the
8th grade podcast formal.
The podcast ball. Dude, imagine if we were super huge, like,
if we were rich and we threw a gala.
For podcasters?
A gala in our
Joe
name.
Rogan's the DJ?
It's the obligatory gala. Is it gala or gala?
I don't think it really...
Well, June's over, so probably gala.
So, yeah, it's definitely gala. Logan Paul seeing the dead body, that was also 2018, and that's still funny to this day.
Okay, what was happening in 2016 on
2018.
YouTube? No, 2016 on YouTube.
What was happening in 2016 on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Scarce was here.
Pen, pineapple, apple pen.
Pen, pineapple, apple pen.
I think it was a lot of YouTuber drama. Like, that's when YouTube...
I think of you.
Yeah, definitely that song was big. I think 2016 was when diss tracks started kind of happening a little bit.
You're right, because the Paul brothers were doing diss tracks, right?
Not in 2016. That was like 2017, maybe 2018.
Okay. I
think it was 2018.
Did Rice Gum?
Yeah, Rice Gum.
Whoa, sorry. Rice Gum is a man who exists.
He is.
And before 2016 and during 2016, that guy was making crazy diss tracks.
Yeah, that was like his thing, is that he would every other week he'd like diss some random kid on the internet and then make a diss track about them, and everyone thought it was really awesome at the time.
Yeah, I also people like oh god, who's that guy? He did a lot of he always played Doom in the back.
Leafy is here.
Leafy, thank you.
Yeah, we've talked about him on the pod.
We have.
Yeah,
the chin. You see his dick pic got leaked?
Did it?
Yeah, I didn't look, but it is in the description.
It is in the description. Do not look at it.
Do not look at it, guys, but it is in the description. But like seriously though, it is like disgusting. It's wrong.
Johnny, yes, Papa. Oh, 2018. I mean, how do
Johnny? Because I was good friends with a guy named Johnny at the time.
Same.
So that was big.
Yeah, and he like brought sugar one day.
Yeah, and he was
into
like,
class,
yes,
and
Papa.
then, like everyone thought it was like really awesome.
Yeah, I was like telling lies.
Yeah,
he was like, no, Papa.
No, Papa. And it was like, who's Papa?
I kind of liked it.
It's like, I'm Papa.
Yeah, I'm Papa.
I'm Papa.
To you.
To this little boy.
To you, I'm Papa. And
how
you
can
got the sugar.
How can we talk about 2018 memes and not bring up T-Series? T-Series versus PewDiePie.
T-Series during PewDiePie like took over the world, it felt. But there's probably so many people who have never even heard of it.
Yeah, so for the uninitiated, PewDiePie, big YouTuber, started... he was the biggest YouTuber. He was number one.
Don't worry, it was post-Bridge, pre-Japan.
Yeah, it was post-Bridge, pre-retirement.
Yeah.
And especially bitch lasagna. Well, that's where that kind of like was the peak, which I'm still kind of like looking back at that song now.
I haven't listened to that in so long.
I don't really know if it's racist or not.
We gotta listen to that later.
I mean, Forrest, I'm completely down. Right, and we'll cut this on the pod. We can just stop real quick, listen to bitch lasagna, and then
we should probably do that.
Come back and then give our thoughts on it.
That's probably what we have to do.
I mean, we could. Yeah, that's what we have to do.
We'll be right back. I'll say he performs this song really well.
No, this is really fun. It's unfortunately really fun to listen to and really fun to watch.
Yeah.
It kind of like...
It's really well done.
Yeah.
For how silly it is. I think that's why it was so big.
Do you know who Rumi is? Rumi, he was
Rumi's Backyard.
He was like a YouTuber who made music.
Yeah, I know that.
He helped with this song and also the... All right, well, there's a lot to digest there.
All right.
I don't think it's as racist as I was worried it would be.
There's some things... Okay, so for context, for y'all who don't know, which honestly, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
T-Series and PewDiePie. T-Series is an Indian company, mostly does, I want to say, like, Bollywood, like, music.
They do music videos.
Yeah.
And, like, they make movie trailers and whatnot.
Yeah. Was gunning for the #1 most subscribed to like channel on YouTube.
I wouldn't say they were gunning. It just that's just what was happening, is that they were just becoming the #1. Okay, they were gunning.
They were gunning for #1 most subscribed YouTube channel, and obviously at the time PewDiePie had it and had retained it for a very long time.
Truth.
And now like a lot of people were hating on T-Series because they are a like corporate conglomerate thing, and PewDiePie is like a guy. Like he is like YouTube. Especially at the time, PewDiePie was YouTube.
Mm.
And there's this company coming in, and it's like very representative of what a lot of the trending videos would be, which are like Vivo, you know, like music videos,
like late night talk show clips,
movie trailers, and talk shows, and like this kind of what feels like an industrialization of YouTube at the time.
Yeah. It was going from YouTube to like business tube.
Yeah, it was. And also because the apocalypse has happened that year, they were trying to be more, like YouTube was trying to be more brand friendly. So it was like kind of a push from the viewer base, and also from the like platform itself. It was a weird time for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But they got into beef. PewDiePie made it like a thing, and it was like kind of lighthearted.
It was definitely lighthearted
at the beginning, but then I think people took it too far. But it all kind of culminated into like a few diss tracks, and one of them was Bitch Lasagna.
Yeah.
And there's some lines that he says, back to the racism thing, there's some lines that he says where it's like, you know, India has a population of 1.3 billion, but you can't even hit like 100 million. Is like...
Your videos don't even get 1 million views.
Yeah, like that's totally fair play, I think.
Yeah,
that's not racist.
But I mean, like, we break down, because, I mean, I was a big fan of this song. I know, like, Bitch Lasagna in and of itself is, like, a racist, quote-unquote, name for this song. Because, basically, Bob's and Vagana is playing on that, like, trend. There was a Twitter account that was, like, this Indian guy. It was, like, this fake Indian guy who was, like, hitting on women and on Tinder and, like, misspelling their names and being like, I want to kiss your Bobs, I want to suck your vagine, and whatnot. And, like, they would sometimes say bitch lasagna. This
was a meme like before that too. Like it was just like on like Skype, you'd get like messages from like bots.
Yeah,
you'd say that.
But like bitch lasagna is what they would say to women who like rejected this Twitter account, and that's where the name for the song comes from. So it's just the song is basically just making a big generalization of India as a diss against this like corporation, which like not necessarily the move. Like he shows that he's very capable of like critiquing, like poking fun at this like conglomerate channel by being like, oh, you have all these subscribers, but you can't even get this many views. Like, what's going on? But then it like takes kind of like it takes like a weird path to get there in a way that I think is definitely offensive.
There's some things that he's saying that are just straight up racist. Some of them are just straight up racist.
Yeah.
He calls himself Blue Eyes White Dragon and calls it T-Series the Dark Wizard, the Dark Magician, which are two like famous Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The Dark Magician, a good Yu-Gi-Oh card, kind of Yugi's go-to for a lot of things, but clearly not as powerful and dominant as Blue Eyes White Dragon. Also, crazy to call yourself a Blue Eyes White Dragon in a racial context.
I will say the Blue Eyes White Dragon was also a very big meme during the making of this video, like 2018.
Okay, well, I will say that regional KKK leaders are called dragons. So, and Aryans have blue eyes.
But do you think he knows that about the KKK?
I don't know, but like
so much Swedish.
So much of his audience is American.
That's like, true, but
all I'm saying is that it's like a little wild. I'm not saying I don't think he knows maybe why it's so wild, but like
like you got to think about the
like
context.
It didn't have faith, love, or hope in it, you know.
That's true.
Which is today's theme on the podcast:
faith, love, and hope.
There was a different clip where he like says a few words.
Motopatlu. What the fuck is that even supposed to mean?
He said your language doesn't even make sense.
He said your language sounds like it comes from the mumble rap community, which wow, that was just racist.
Yeah. There may be better ways to say that.
Yeah.
Same idea, you know?
I think in the follow-up quote unquote diss track, it portrays itself not as a diss track, but as a congratulations to T-Series for passing.
Eventually T-Series did win.
Yeah, I mean, they did.
Even though Mr. Beast fought hard.
Mr. Beast did buy a lot of billboards, and then eventually he even took down, PewDiePie himself. But in the follow-up one, I think there's a line somewhere in there where like they say you can't fix your past of like selling, because T-Series originally started off as like this company that would like sell pirated videos of movies to like people. And he says you can't even fix your like shitty history when you guys can't even fix your caste system, which is like caste system, think about it as you will, but that's not a diss against T-Series. That is just a diss against,
that's just kind of racist.
It's a diss against the country and like a people. So like,
but it's like an interesting moment in time, because I think like if this came out now, that wouldn't be okay.
No. But me and the 9-year-old army when it came out,
it was totally chill. And also at the time, like maybe a more comfortable environment to make fun of specifically Indian people.
I was talking about this a little bit with you on the pod, but there's a strange correlation between like memes and colored people in a way that's like they're so prevalent throughout meme culture in a way that like it feels a little bit gross to me. Like looking back on it now, well, like George, you look at a lot of memes, and I can only really speak on Black people because that's what I am, obviously.
Right.
So I see people. I do represent
Black people.
Black shirt
people. Says I am Black history.
I have one of those shirts.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and like these Black people are like making like really like crazy faces and like poses, and like that's what a lot of memes are like. What are you talking about? And it's like a Black lady like kind of looking at them, like looking at the screen, like what's going on, and like. Well,
that's because like we have such a we as a society have such like an idea of like these racial caricatures in our heads. So like I don't need to know anything about that Black lady to see her and think, oh my god, now the sassy Black lady's looking at me. I bet she's gonna yell at me or hit me with like her shoe or something. Yeah. Like that is the thought that they want you to have. Yeah.
Which is, I think, definitely prevalent in these Pewdiepie T-Series diss tracks of like you're portraying yourself as dissing this corporation, but really the effect is like going to all these like different minority groups and whatnot and making you feel, because I mean earlier this year Ugandan Knuckles was really crazy, making these impressions of Ugandan characters, which was like a thing that like the Ugandan Knuckles comes from a YouTuber who had this series of like getting groups of people to portray Ugandan people or like Black people and like do these voices. But again, like at the time, I mean, I thought it was the shit. I don't know how you felt about it.
I thought it was super annoying, but not because it was racist.
Yeah, you just thought it was everywhere.
I just thought
like
it was
Undertale.
Annoying. Yeah.
So someone give the Pope a copy of Undertale. Somebody give the Pope a copy of VR Chat, actually, and see what he thinks about that.
The Pope, well, because there's like some people that are very loud and proud about their VR Chat girlfriends, like Soda Poppin'.
That's true.
I've seen him brag about his VR Chat girlfriend so many times on just like text posts and shit.
Shout out Soda Poppin', friend of the pod.
Shout out Soda Poppin', friend of the pod. We'd love to have you on and feed you a Wardenburger.
Yeah, we'd love to have you and keep you here forever.
We don't do that.
But you know what? You know who we don't want to keep here forever?
Oh, you guys.
Our dear audience.
The people who will never be guests. Ever.
Yeah, because you're already trapped in this relationship as a viewer. Because obviously you've subscribed.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously they've hit that bell.
Yeah, and obviously they've liked, commented, and shared.
Maybe even they left a review?
On Spotify? But if you haven't, I mean, obviously you have, but like, just in case, like, a friend of yours is also listening to this episode.
Like, maybe someone's on your account and unsubscribed.
Yeah, go ahead and subscribe for them.
Yeah, because you're going to want to enter into this relationship because if you do everything right, you'll get to break up with George and have me dance around you while rapping Moana all the same night.
At the podcast gala.
Podcast gala, which is coming up.
Which is happening, by the way.
July 4th.
So yeah, leave a comment down below which one of us you thought had the craziest memes. Okay, hold on real quick. I just have this to say. I was seeing someone recently, and I was telling her about like my cowsuit days, and she looked because we were like sharing embarrassing stories, and she looked me in my eyes and she said, you seem like you had a really big eye funny phase. It hurt. It hurt real bad.
That was really her saying you like softcore porn.
That's true. I mean, we were talking. Well, this is a different episode.
Look, who do you think was funnier this episode? Was it nostalgic Nathan?
Yeah.
Who's George?
Or was it T-Series fan Terrence?
Which is obviously me.
Which is obviously Forrest. Thank you so much for watching today's episode.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye.